about negotiations, right? Politics.
And we're out of time. So you.
Hey, y'all, gravity. Any day above ground, live it. I gotta highlight this comment before we start the show. Torian, you funny. You a funny cat. Because I was actually planning on doing the show outside this morning in the backyard, and I went outside and the hawk whooped my ass. Like I think it's still got a little bit of frostbite on it. I said, nah, we're gonna do this inside, where I pay for the heat. But we're gonna have fun this morning. This ain't gonna be a long live, but we're gonna have fun this morning because it's funny how, you know, we just gonna call it what it is. I've called this out like how many times, but considering that my channel is small and I'm part of New Black Media, it goes unnoticed. Which is fine. I mean, I understand that. We do the hard-hitting stuff over here. They don't like it. But if y'all remember, this year I told you that the Daily Wire was going to start going down. And it seems that their two biggest blow-ups have involved women. I'm just going to say it. Let Jeremy and them see this later. Y'all don't like women over there. We're just going to call it what it is. For a bunch of folk that talk about their free speech, every time something happens, it involves some woman. So as you see on the screen, we got Tim Pool and we got Ben Shapiro in a wig. I'm kidding. That is Brett Cooper, Ben Shapiro's sister. I don't think they're related, but that could be his twin. I don't know if they did cloning yet, but this is her. I think that's what she identifies as. Maybe this is a version of reincarnation that we ain't hip to yet. I'm just saying it could be. You know, Ben like his money and he like his opportunities. But anyway, yes, the chick on the left, Ben Shapiro's twin, Brett Cooper, has left the Daily Wire. Now, some say she got fired. Some people say she left. Some people say her contract ain't going to be renewed. Whatever. She gone. But miraculously, as that's happening, we find out that Tim Pool has sold his company to Daily Wire. I know this isn't the journalism that you thought you would get on this side, but I want you to understand how very important this is in the grand scheme of what I told you for 18 months, that the grift was over November 5th. But we're going to get into all that. But before we start, let's see who is in the building. Jerry Bedford, hello. Wallow J, hello. Eddie Foster, hello. Miss Nisi, hello. This funny Negro. Torian Rain, reloaded, hello, brother. Good morning. Cosmo Fury, hello. Reparations Nation, hello. Casey Malone, hello. Gamers Dan, hello. Shakira Burton, hello. For those who haven't said anything in the live chat or the comments, hello. Now y'all gotta forgive me because StreamYard changed something around, so I have to get used to it. But we got to do the obligatory house cleaning, and then we're gonna get into all this.
Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purpose, such as criticism, commenting, news, reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, education, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
You know, let me go here. There's a growing concern.
All right, so we're gonna begin here on YouTube. Now, Brett Cooper was on this channel called the comment section. There it is. Impressive. Impressive. But you're probably saying to yourself, that's not Brett Cooper. Oh no, they did the quick rebranding when that news came out that she was leaving. This is Regan Rohrbach. We're going to discuss her another day. If you thought them conservatives were bad and people like Brett Cooper are bad, wait till we go down her rabbit hole. But that's not about her today. It's about Brett. Now, as you can see, again, Brett was on this channel, responsible for a lot of these subs. But when she left, this girl who used to fill in for her when she couldn't make the show now became the full time. And as we'll see later, the audience was not happy. But that's neither here nor there. So from what we've seen, this was the last video that Brett did 10 days ago. I believe this was the video she announced that she was leaving. And as you can see, here's all her videos. But there's one I want you to particularly watch with me. And this is just going to show you that this girl doesn't believe a word she's saying. This is all script. Because it's Daily Wire. You gotta, even though they're supposed to be educating you and things of that nature, they still read scripts. So we're gonna look at this video, what she said about Daniel Penny. Boy, you're gonna be outraged, but I know it's early, so don't get mad at me. Get mad at the person who wrote it. Let's begin, shall we?
So I often see posts online from women asking, why are there no good men anymore? Why are there no men that stand up for us in public? And they post videos of people terrorizing women in public with men and women just standing around doing nothing. At the bare minimum, they're filming the incident, but no one steps in. And Daniel Penny's story is the perfect example as to why not. This man is a Marine who stepped in to take down a criminal who was harassing women and children.
Okay, here we go. They already start with the lies. Okay, so again, these are people that have never ridden the subway before now. Brett Cooper allegedly is from Washington. She went to UCLA, so she understands how crazy people are in LA. So maybe she rode the train, but even so, the way she's talking, it tells me that she hasn't. A homeless person yelling on the train invokes death. This is what I'm hearing. And as I've warned y'all, conservatives that think like this, you don't want to go down that road. Y'all don't have the stomach for this. Because if we're going to delete people over freedom of expression and freedom of speech, you're going to enter a dangerous area where people are going to get at you the same way over your speech and expression. Oh, you need a crash course in that real quick. Okay, remember how people used to get beat up for wearing that MAGA hat? And y'all said that was wrong? But you're championing this. Cool. I understand. Great. I'm just glad that you've established the rules and you accepted the terms.
And now he is being criminally charged. This is what you need to know about his trial. Before we dive into the story, though, make sure that you like this video.
Don't care. Let's get it moving. Now, we'll talk about this later, but just keep listening.
man named Jordan Neely entered the F train and began walking around, shouting at passengers, threatening to kill them as he was asking for money. And Daniel Penny, who was already on the train when Jordan Neely entered, stepped in, put the man in a chokehold as he had been taught to do in the Marine Corps. He got him to the ground, and then they called the police. And obviously, because it's 2023, the entire incident was filmed, it was quickly blasted online, and Jordan Neely died soon after. And Daniel Penny was unequivocally painted as the bad guy. He was quickly blamed for his death. And we were told by the media that he choked this man so hard that it killed Jordan Neely in the moment. And soon after, Daniel was charged with manslaughter and criminally negligent homicide for defending people against a crazed, most likely dangerous man. The media...
Crazed, most likely dangerous. So we didn't even get to the fact that he confirmed that he's dangerous. We're just going to assume that he was dangerous. Conservatives, I ask again, do you really want to go down this road? You still have an opportunity to get, you're not that far down from the fork. You can turn back and go the other way. I'm telling you this right now. You don't want to go down this road. Y'all are not built for this. We saw how y'all were crying online talking about why are people getting beat up over words. You want to play action games. I don't think you want to go down there. Y'all are not built for this. Remember, y'all were in the house. Y'all talking big now, but I remember 16 years ago, y'all were in the house quiet. I need y'all to understand where you want to go. I don't think you want to go there, but we're gonna let Brett Cooper, aka Ben Shapiro's twin, continue because there's something I want to point out when she's finished.
Painted Daniel Penny as a white supremacist, as a Marine with anger management issues, and they paraded him out in front of everyone, in and out of court, in handcuffs over the following weeks. Now, Jordan...
Well, he is a white supremacist, but okay.
Neely, on the other hand, the crazed man threatening to kill people on the subway, was turned into a BLM martyr. They held a huge...
Oh, Jesus Christ. Whatever, keep going.
Funeral in New York City. They ignored his mental illness, his drug usage. They showed pictures of him as a child and videos of him just being happy, being a Michael Jackson impersonator in Times Square. Obviously a far cry from the man he had become and who he was on the subway on that day in May of 2023. But now, over a year later, the facts are finally starting to come out. Court for Daniel Penny's trial is finally in session, and the evidence that has come out in his favor is shocking. And it just proves that everything happening to Daniel is lawfare and is a weaponization of New York's incredibly corrupt, criminal-focused justice system. I mean, first of all, when he was originally brought in for questioning last year, he was not told that they were even considering charging him. You know, they just wanted to know what happened. So he sat down and he willingly and kindly spoke to law enforcement, no lawyer, no anything, because he thought he was totally innocent and that the situation was totally innocent. This is what he said.
Guy came in, he's like, whipped his jacket off, and he's like, I'm gonna kill everybody.
Several witnesses took the stand.
Again, we're not going to wholly blame her because this is a script. Madam, let me help you. We all saw this months ago. I love how the fact she just said that all the facts are coming out now when we knew about the facts months ago, which is why he got charged. Maybe you don't know this, but you're not allowed to attack anybody, regardless of what the situation is. I thought this was established. You're not allowed to attack anybody unless they attack you. I thought that was the rule. Oh, y'all hiding behind this Good Samaritan BS. Okay. Even a Good Samaritan waits till somebody gets attacked before getting at them. Maybe y'all change the rules again. You know, Black people, we love our sleep. We love to decompress from the matrix. Maybe y'all changed the rules and we didn't know. But y'all have a bad habit of not letting anybody know what the rules are. But okay, that's fine. Continue. You got more.
Including NYPD Detective Brian McCarthy, who interviewed Penny. McCarthy testified he didn't tell Penny that Neely had died during that 5th Precinct interrogation. And when Penny was questioned about why he decided to get involved in the first place, he said,
I'm not a confrontational guy. In the Marine Corps, I felt the need to step in. Yeah. There's women and children on the train. Did you feel like someone's life was in danger? 100%.
He stepped in.
You know, for a Marine, you got bad situational environmental awareness. Where was the threat, sir? You were in the Marines. You were in combat zones. You're supposed to be able to tell if a situation is supposed to go left. You had no clue. You've said it. Your defense team said it. The prosecutor said it. The witnesses said it. He was yelling, but he didn't look like a threat. Your own defense team couldn't even tell the court what kind of threat he was going to be. You're playing assumptions. Do not open it. That's for later. Put that back. Thank you so much. How's she crying? I love my kid. Shout out to her. Anyway, you scumbags love to twist narratives when they're all the information's right there for you. But all right. He stepped in. Nobody told him to step in. This is New York City. Everybody on that train seen this at least once or twice. I understand you may feel like he might do something. Let it get to that point first. Again, if you are riding the subway, you ride a bus, hell, if you walk down the street in New York City, you know that comes with an inherent risk, a built-in risk. Anything could happen. That situation could happen. Hell, a car could jump the curb. You have to have your head on a swivel. This is why New Yorkers, they love saying that we are some of the most adept people on earth when it comes to the streets, because we've seen so much. But let these latte liberals turn conservatives, let them tell it. They know everything about the world because they watch stuff online. Lisa Cabrera is going to steal this from me, but that's okay. You gated Gentiles need to really go sit down and live life. But we're going to let this continue. That's a new term for you, gated Gentiles.
Because he felt that people's lives were in danger. There were women and children on the train, and he wanted to defend them. And it's also important to note, as you guys heard, in that moment when he was being questioned, he did not know that Jordan Neely had died. He had no idea. He thought they were just wanting to know what happened. I mean, what he did is objectively a heroic act. And while he was sitting there being questioned, they flipped the script halfway through the interrogation, and it quickly became clear that he was the criminal.
Okay, family, y'all don't know where I'm about to go with this, but when you see this drop I'm about to play, then you about to know what I'm about to say. Maybe
this is way over the edge. Like we it's not even over the edge. We died already.
This is beyond the event horizon. Like we about to hit the vortex.
Yeah, we about to hit the vortex.
Yeah.
Always decides to mess up at the perfect time. But y'all know that drop. Okay, fine. We're gonna play that game. Let's play that game, Brett. Since he stepped in heroically, then Micah Johnson he should be a 5-star brigadier general. Chris Dorner is the greatest tactician I have ever seen. That's right. I said it. We should start an online petition to get Micah Johnson to be posthumously promoted to brigadier 5-star general. And Chris Dorner needs to have his whole record expunged because they wrote the stuff in there. He needs a military funeral, and he needs to be promoted to major. Because both of those brothers stepped in and were heroes. Because they exposed corruption. Now, if you don't like that, then I don't know what to tell you. But let's let it play because she's going to say some more BS. And I want y'all to pay particular attention to a statement she's going to say very soon.
Suspect after his walls had already come down and he had happily told them everything. Somebody commented and said, I don't know how a prosecutor watches this and comes away thinking this guy who was lauded by fellow passengers is a menace to society. I mean, that's the question we've been asking since May of last year. Somebody else commented and said, never talk to police without a lawyer, especially not in a room like this. It doesn't matter if you feel like doing so will make you look guilty, because if you're there, the cops already think you are. This is obviously unfortunate, but in a world where our justice system prioritizes criminals over citizens trying to defend themselves, that has defunded law enforcement and left us defenseless, you can...
Now that's true. She is true. They do prioritize criminals. Yes, they do, because the politicians are still walking around free. But that's neither here nor there.
Not trust that they will see your side of the story. Somebody else put it well and said, being high trust today and thinking that our institutions care about fairness will get you hurt. Sad state of affairs because we want to reward trustworthy people, not punish them. Spot on. But unfortunately, with the state of things today, with stories like Daniel's, no wonder people don't step in. But in my opinion, those words don't really describe our society these days. And I felt even more certain about that when I learned just a few weeks ago that Jordan Neely was actually alive when law enforcement arrived on the scene, which our mainstream media conveniently did not tell us for over a year. Just watch this body camera.
Again, you see how she lies. We already knew this. Again, he killed that man. Let me help you, Brett. You're only 23, so you don't understand how life works yet. You're barely out of the college womb. Let me help you. I don't have to instantaneously delete somebody to get charged with the body. Maybe, see, y'all forgot with what's the name? Derek Chauvin. Y'all forgot that, right? Yes. They took George Floyd with a very, very low pulse to the hospital. And yes, he died in the hospital. How did we get there, though? Knee on the neck for more than 6 minutes, correct? Correct. The whole world saw it on video. Just like the whole world saw on video. Daniel Penny choked that man out. Even after people told him to let him go, they got him. What did Daniel Penny say when they told him that? I didn't know if he was going to turn around and be on top of me. You're a Marine, sir. You know how to fight when somebody gets the advantage off of you. Or maybe they didn't teach you that at Paris Island. Maybe they didn't. Maybe they didn't. You could beat somebody up, knock them out. They hit their head on the ground. They could get transported to the hospital, and then they could be pronounced dead. You're still going to get that body. But she brings up an interesting question. Would they have defended him if he would have died instantaneously? Would they have said it was too much? I think we know the answer to that, but politically correct people would say the world may never know.
Footage.
You got a pause?
Hi, can you guys get off?
You got a pause now? I feel a pause. You feel a pause? You keep breathing, right?
Try it on the bench.
I have a pulse.
You got a pulse.
Okay. He has a pulse. He has a pulse. What does that matter? He still put a situation on that man that that man did not walk on that train with. Just like Derek Chauvin introduced a variable that was not present when George Floyd was alive. I love how these gated Gentiles get on these platforms and think that if you lose oxygen, you're still somehow alive. Your body's still going to function the same way. I need them to go run 100-yard dashes and tell me if they felt the same after that before they ran for it. Loves. Wonderful. Have fun at dance class. All right. That's my kid. Love interrupting me, but that's okay. Again, Brett Cooper, you gated Gentiles, latte liberals, whoever, go run 100-yard dash. Tell me how you felt before you ran it, and tell me how you ran and felt after that. And you tell me, is this the same? Hell, fine. Some of y'all don't want to go outside. I get it. Go to your bedroom if you got somebody in your life. I don't care who it is. And you have a session. And you tell me how you felt before that session and tell me how you felt after the session. And you tell me, is it the same? Look who it is, family. It's Frightened Cub. Look, Frightened Cub has entered the chat. What did Frightened Cub say? Let's see. Sounds to me you want people more than 40,000 to be able to continue to do the same ish they do with no consequences because of their skin color. Family, who wants to help Frightened Cub? Leave him alone. I've been on here for 26 minutes and didn't bring up race one time. Oops. Scare Bear, this is why coming on these platforms late, you should listen first. You could even play it back now. YouTube never gave that option prior to 2018. You couldn't play live streams back while they were playing. I didn't mention race. Look at this. No, Casey, we gonna let him. We gonna let him live. Then they said if he hadn't been white, I would still. He can't even write. God gave him what he deserved. Really? Okay. So you're in favor of somebody being deleted because they yelled. That's what you're telling us. What? Okay, fine. You want to play that game? Cool. Let's play that game. You're speaking truth, huh? Come here and tell me. Come here. Oh, this is different than the phone. Come up here and tell me the truth. Go ahead. This should be fun, family. The spotlight is on you now. Come here. There's the link. You can click that. You click it, it'll take you to a page, ask you to make sure that your microphone and your microphone and your camera are accessed by the phone. You can put whatever name, you can put Scare Bear, you can put your real name. You don't even have to be on camera. You come up here and tell me what the truth is. Because you're listening to Ben Shapiro's little sister tell you things that we knew the day of up to a week after this incident. Don't run now. We're not even going to block you. Don't run. Come tell me what the truth is. Tell me how you've ridden a train your whole life and never saw anything like this happen. Come on. This should be easy. This should be a slam dunk. See, there you go. See what I mean? Why don't you come up here? We can have that conversation. I can show you conservatives that had a problem with this. Because I love how you only worry about black people and liberals. There were conservatives that were mad about this too. And it's funny because also there were a whole bunch of Marines that actually identify as MAGA and identify as independents that had a problem with what Jordan Neely, Daniel Penny situation. They actually had a problem with it. It's funny, but y'all don't want to go research that. Y'all just worry about black people and liberals. Come on, Scare Bear, you're doing too much typing. Let's go. Click that link. Come on. I'm gonna play this while Scare Bear contemplates life.
He is alive for the entirety of this video. They find a pulse. They know he is alive. He is alive. Daniel Penny did not use excessive force. His chokehold was not fatal, like the
because you know that. But okay.
Prosecution is arguing. He did exactly what he said he did. He subdued the man. He got him to the ground. He was alive and breathing. And New York PD stood around and watched this man die. They intentionally did not do CPR on Jordan Neely. And why?
Okay, NYP. Oh God. Okay, ma'am. That was EMS. Try again. EMS was already there. But again, y'all leaving out critical details. And how do you know NYPD did not give, if NYPD didn't render him CPR, how was he still alive when EMS got there? Oh, you're about to tell us that EMS brought that man back from the brink of death, right? Oh, look, we got another one. Exactly what am I jealous of? And how was she successful in the context when she started getting context wrong? This was a year ago. Y'all still telling us y'all messing it up. She's not right in the context though. Oh Lord. Okay. Let me help y'all since y'all oh here we go. Now they don't see the link. Now you don't see the link. I tell you there's the link. It's right under your comment. Click it. Cal, let me help you. Kai, sorry. Let me help you. Nasty work. Again, if you bring bodily harm to somebody and they don't die instantly, but they die at the hospital, you're still going to get charged with that body. Doesn't matter. I thought this was established already. I thought that was the rules. Do you know what would happen if an officer saw somebody in distress and didn't help? Yeah, they would get charged with that body. Yes, they kept people away from the body until EMS got there. And yes, NYPD is trained to give CPR. So explain to me how what you said makes sense. I'm also going to hit you with this truth. Most of these people that we're talking about, this Jordan Neely, Daniel Penny situation, didn't talk about it for an entire year. After he got arrested, charged, they left it alone. It's not until he got indicted they said something. And then everybody was waiting for the trial date. This is the only sector on YouTube that says something about it consistently. Everybody else forgot about it until the trial started. Now they want to act like they were watching this case. And you could go look at their comments and you could go look at their videos. They all said the same thing. I didn't even realize this was still going on. That's fine if you don't agree. I'm just giving you the context that you said that she was successful with. That's not the context. You can't agree with somebody that's lying. Or could you? Wait, hold on. Win, lose, or rug, what up? You said, I think you misinterpreted. I think dude's saying they were jealous, so they booted her. Not you're jealous of her. Oh, and if that's the case, I'll let him confirm that. If it is, then I apologize for some of what I said. But let's let this continue.
You might ask, well, because they were scared of HIV. This man, Jordan Neely, was so gross. He was so disheveled that they did not feel comfortable doing mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. New York PD Sergeant Carl Johnson took the stand last week and literally said this.
What? Hold up. I gotta go. Did I tell you? Watch out for something she gonna say. There it is.
They were scared of HIV, not do CPR on Jordan Neely. And why? You might ask, well, because they were scared of HIV. This man, Jordan Neely, was so gross. He was so disheveled that they did not feel comfortable doing mouth-to-mouth resuscitation.
Okay, family, this is new. Okay, so you're telling me that Jordan Neely had HIV and they didn't want to give him mouth-to-mouth? Huh? Who is this?
This that frightened cub he was talking about.
Yes, sir. Go ahead. Tell me what I got wrong.
I think every time I hear you, you're always bitching and complaining about criminals getting what they deserve.
Who bitched about a criminal getting what they deserve, sir?
Yo, what happened?
You're really about to do this. You're cool. You're cool with people getting killed.
I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it.
You're cool with people getting killed. You want to go down that road.
I'm cool with insane motherfuckers with more than 43 different crimes fucking around one too many times and they got found the fuck out. I'm cool with that. Yeah.
Cool. So then you agree with Trump getting blasted on then, right?
And what for what?
He got 34 felonies, do we not?
No, he did not.
He didn't get convicted of 34 felonies.
He got convicted in a kangaroo court, and there are transcripts available on Edward Govea Esquire's channel.
Oh, wait a minute, sir. So wait. So let's play that game. So Jordan Neely's 43 convictions, right? They're at 43 arrests. They're on record, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Is Trump's 34 felonies on record?
You see Trump jumping around on a subway train?
No.
Answer the question. Somebody.
Answer the
I don't
question.
care if I go back to jail.
Answer the question.
And did you hear? Did you ever hear of Trump? Shut up.
Answer the question. Are Trump's charges on the record?
Yeah, that's what you do. That's what you do. You want to talk over people.
I'm not talking over you because you're not answering the question, sir. I need to keep this show flowing. Answer my question. Is Trump's convictions on record?
It doesn't matter if it's on record. Your behavior means something.
Okay.
Those 34.
So his behavior don't mean nothing. Got it.
You're ignorant. Let me explain something to you because you're ignorant.
Go ahead.
Those 34 felonies are 34 misdemeanors. Before those misdemeanors can be charged as felonies, there must be correlation proven between each of the felonies, and it never was, which means they remain misdemeanors, which means they shouldn't have ever been charged, which means they're beyond the statute of limitation.
And they're still on there, aren't they not? Did he get them removed?
That's like running into someone else's car and saying, look, man, you got yourself in a car accident. You're stupid.
Wonderful. And that person would still get charged. Would they still not get a traffic citation?
Car accident? What are you smoking?
Yes. Do they still get a traffic citation?
Not for being hit from behind. No.
Everybody gets a traffic citation, sir. You have to go to court.
No, they don't, man. I just now was in a car accident, man.
Oh, Jesus Christ. What state you live in?
I'm in Florida.
You're gonna lie to me about Florida, sir. So you're gonna tell me you got into a car accident, somebody hit you from behind, you don't go to court. That's what you're telling me.
That's correct.
You're not going to court.
Look up no fault laws in Florida.
Okay, but you're not going to court.
If there's an injury, if you've got an injury, then you obviously you're gonna want to go.
Okay, correct. So you can't go to court.
Right. So
we're playing. No. You're done talking. You're done talking.
You're done talking, sir. Are you gonna talk?
Sir, you're done talking because I actually invited you up here to have a conversation, and you coming up in here with the BS when I'm asking you questions, and you just want to play these games. Yeah. I'm not playing these games.
Name what I said that was BS.
What was BS?
Tell me.
What was BS? Exactly what I said in the comment. Exactly what I said in the comment. No, you introduced it, sir. This is your show now. Go ahead.
So
teach the people what I got wrong.
The way I see it is, if you end up fucking around, you done busted some woman's orbital bone. You got a record of being crazy. You're yelling and screaming in front of some people's fucking kids, and then all of a sudden something bad happened to you. Man, where's the fucking surprise in that?
Okay, you want me to tell you what the surprise in is? That did he do it that day?
What?
Did he do it that day?
Did do what?
All that y'all love to say that he got on his arrest on his jacket. Did he do it
that
day?
No, but his eight.
He didn't do it that day. He didn't do it that day.
Commit every crime that day.
Correct. I'm asking you, did he commit those crimes every day?
Bro. He was supposed to be in a fucking mental institution. He should have been getting help.
Whose fault is that?
But motherfucker, who you talking about? You're not gonna pass blame on that too.
No,
because he's crazy, we're gonna fuck somebody up. Now we're gonna pass the blame.
Whose fault is that?
Come on, it's a blame game, yeah. Come on,
whose fault is that, sir? No, I want to see where you think. Whose fault is that?
More than likely, it's got something to do with the way he was raised.
Okay,
and
fine. They're out of it. It's fine. You want to blame his parents? That's cool. Now answer my question.
And now his parents coming in wanting that paycheck.
Answer my
parents
question.
Talking about, give me that paycheck. My kid died, although I ain't never even talked to him for fucking.
Oh, so you mad that they're trying to get money?
Life. Now I'm a poor baby. I need my paycheck.
Let me ask you a question, sir. Okay, fine. You're mad that his father asked for money. Are you going to be mad if January 6th people sue the government? Would you be mad if the January 6th people that got arrested and convicted and sat in jail started asking the government for money, for restitution, for false arrest and all that? You wouldn't have a problem with that.
Nope.
Okay.
There is a 561-page document by the FBI, unredacted, also on Govea Esquire's channel, showing that there have been more than 30 people put into the crowds to basically kind of incite it. And on top of that, the FBI confesses to the shit that they did that day in that document. Those people were strung the fuck out. They just basically went down for being there.
Right. And you know that how? Because you read something, right?
I mean, if you're going to take someone's life away from them for 4 or 5 years, and you realize, and you know for sure when you do it, that person was completely innocent and had no prior criminal record, yeah, they're due compensation.
Ah, okay.
Wow, I'm at some fucking crazy shit.
No, you're actually not.
Understand, ain't it?
Okay.
It's hard to understand.
Actually, I understood everything you said, but it's funny
And
that
if it
you
happened
have to
to
read a
you, I would say
document.
you
You
deserve
had to
your
read a
money.
document to do that, but you weren't there the day it happened. Now, were you?
I was there the day it happened.
You were there. Where were you?
I was there.
Where were you?
What the fuck do you mean?
Where were you?
Why are you asking me?
Because I was there too. Where were you?
Oh shit, East Lawn.
Say less.
But hey, I didn't go in there. I didn't go inside. I didn't fuck with none of that shit. But you know, Ray Epps, look at that. Look at all the protection that they're giving Ray Epps. Motherfucker got like a month community service or some dumb shit. Ray Epps, the dude that had basically admitted to luring people into the Capitol, influencing the crowds, and then all of a sudden, you know, this motherfucker is never, his name's on the terrorist list, and that motherfucker's take him right off because he's in the FBI. He was in the FBI.
Right, but then you got mad at me weeks ago when I started talking about white supremacy. It's funny how that works.
What about him?
You just said Ray Epps did all that bullshit and got off with a vacation, but you're pissed off at me for getting that man for deleting that boy. And how he don't get and had
that's a grown man, dude. Ain't no boy. Talking about.
That man got away with taking somebody out, and you're happy about
it. That dude fucked up. If it had happened to anybody, some criminal motherfucker, why am I gonna miss him?
Oh, so that okay. And this is the point I was making. Where's the line then?
The line is straighten the fuck up and act right, and that kind of shit won't happen.
So why does that not apply for Trump?
Bro, what did I just now say? Those 34 felonies that you brought up as your excuse all remain misdemeanors beyond the statute of limitation and was still prosecuted.
Is it still a crime?
No, it's not. Not if you do not meet the requirements of that crime. Not if you don't meet the requirements. So in other words, let's put it this way. Let's say that I said you robbed my house, right? You provide evidence that you never left your home that night. You get arrested. It's on your record. I'm like, it's still a crime though, right?
Yes, it's still a crime, sir. If it's on a record, yes. Even if I'm innocent, yes. How many innocent people have been in this country that didn't commit a crime, but they still got charged for it?
Bro, I ain't never seen no innocent person accidentally get 43 fucking crimes on their record. That's some stupid shit. Oh my God, that's hard.
You don't know this world, bro.
Bro, what are you about, man? What you looking out for your own interest?
Yeah, because we don't see every 3 months. We don't see people getting out of jail for crimes they didn't commit. You're right. You're right. That's never.
Bro, 43 fucking crimes.
It doesn't matter the amount.
So when you broke out the orbital bone, it didn't happen.
Sir, we understand that this country puts people in jail for being innocent. We've seen it. You just articulated to me about January 6 people that weren't even in there getting charged, sitting in jail. And you just told me that you can't fathom the fact that somebody's going to sit up there and have charges and didn't do a damn thing. Get off my goddamn line, man. These motherfuckers, boy, I swear to Christ. I just let him talk because I knew that was coming. We're going to give Jordan Neely, we ain't going to give him no pass because he had 43 arrests because people on the train that day knew that. Daniel Penny knew that. He knew that he was a bad guy from the start. I keep telling y'all, people that think like him, y'all not ready for Minority Report. You're not. Y'all conservatives running around living vicariously through this man. Y'all are not about that life. Y'all tough talking. Because if you were about that life, you would have kept that whole situation alive for an entire year. Most of y'all didn't even give a fuck. And that's why I asked him about Trump. If we're going to play that game that he got 43 arrests, that's the criteria to take that man out, then you shouldn't be upset that somebody went and did what they did on Trump twice.
New York PD Sergeant Carl Johnson took the stand last week and literally said this. He said, quote, he seemed to be a drug user. He was an apparent drug user. He was very dirty. I didn't want them to get hepatitis. If he did wake up, he would have been vomiting. I didn't want my officers to do that. He was filthy. He looks like a homeless individual. You have to protect your officer, the sergeant went on. I wouldn't want my officer to get sick if the person throws up. There's a certain line where you have to protect your officers.
And that's why they give him covers for the mouth.
Obviously, I'm not arguing against that. I agree with that. I understand. We all understand. I think in a normal society with common sense people, we understand that officers have to make incredibly difficult, incredibly complex, spur of the moment, life or death decisions. But telling your officers not to do CPR does not inadvertently then make Daniel Penny a criminal or a murderer, because he did not murder this man. This man.
That's why he didn't get charged with murder, you dummy. Now they're going to conflate the charges. Yes, the public called him a murderer. Yeah. He still committed manslaughter.
Was alive. And this was bombshell information online. Somebody commented and said, every cop and medical provider is provided with a mouth guard for CPR. So I'm not buying this flimsy ass excuse. Free Daniel Penny. I mean, the whole thing is just fishy. It reeks of corruption from top to bottom. But of course, what isn't corrupt in 2024? Like even the dog food industry is corrupt, which is why Ref Green.
Oh God. Now she gonna
Not a bug, unfortunately, in 2024. Another person said, if they had that on video this whole time, why weren't the charges dropped? Because that, unfortunately, doesn't fit their narrative. They want to keep Jordan Neely a martyr and they want to make Daniel Penny into an example. But the absolutely appalling lawfare, guys, it does not stop there. Because on Friday, the medical examiner on the case took the stand and testified. And she argued that Jordan Neely died of asphyxiation from Daniel Penny's chokehold. However, she also admitted that there was no damage done to Jordan Neely's chin, neck, or chest, and that there were drugs in his system. Specifically,
did you forget about his neck? Oh, she skipped that part because we read the medical report. We read it, but she didn't say, she forgot about the part where they said it was compression on his neck. And yes, he had drugs in his system. That's called the toxicology report. That's going to come up. But again, this is the page 2 crowd, family.
a newer strain of synthetic cannabis that acts as a stimulant, more like cocaine, a drug that, quote, according to her, would not help his heart. And no, there was no visual trauma. That is a direct quote from her. He was on an upper that revs up the body and negatively impacts the heart. And lastly, upon her first review, the examiner marked Neely, this woman marked his death as inconclusive, which is literally what was put on his death certificate. She only changed it to asphyxiation after watching the viral social media video. Only after.
Because you're assuming that. Okay. Because they don't do they don't do more than one report. So never mind. Never mind. Remember, this was the same crowd that got mad during George Floyd's trial when they had 2 separate medical examiners. They had the Hennepin County one, and then they had the private one that the family hired. They got upset. And they both came to a similar conclusion. Okay.
Watching the video. New York Post wrote about this and said Harris's testimony came during cross-examination by Penny's defense attorneys, who questioned her about initially saying on Neely's death certificate that his cause of death was inconclusive. And just listen to this. This is genuinely appalling. After watching it, I had no further questions about how he was dead. Harris said that she reached her conclusion before receiving Neely's toxicology report, but it gets worse. But Harris said that
I guess Brett Cooper's never heard of an initial medical report. I guess she's never heard of that. Again, same thing that happened with the George Floyd stuff. Remember, they had 2 reports from 2 different state medical examiners. 2. Remember, they were clashing. That's why the family got the private one.
she would have found the chokehold caused Neely's death, even it turned out that he, quote, had enough fentanyl in his system to put down an elephant. So regardless.
Okay. Oh, wait a minute, family. I think we're done with the video. Family. So we're going to play that game, right? Drugs in the system. Okay. Who remembers what happened 4 years ago? I'm just going to prove them how stupid they are. Who remembers what happened 4 years ago? Remember when this whole situation with the coffee venereal disease started popping off and people were, unfortunately being, I won't say deleted. They were fine, fuck it. They were dying. What were these hospitals and medical examiners? What were they putting on their reports? Weren't they putting on there they died from the coffee venereal disease? Great, James. You can come up here too and tell me how he made sense. Because I want you to explain to me how we're in the business of deleting people because they have arrests. But of course, I should take what he said as gospel. But when I bring up Trump having misdemeanors on his record, I can't say somebody should get at him. You should understand it. Because that's what y'all are trying to make us understand. There you go. Now you're on lunch break. Exactly how he owned me when he couldn't even answer that question. If you're going to tell me that on that train, everybody knew that man had a violent past, where do we draw the line? Then we shouldn't have second chances. Oh, now the crimes aren't real. The crimes aren't real. Okay. The crimes aren't real. Okay. Fine. Jordan Neely's crimes were real. And you agree that he should have died. He didn't die for the 43, 42, whatever the number is. He didn't die for that. He died for yelling on a train. But if I introduce that same variable on Trump, y'all ready to fight me on it. And y'all don't see how wrong that is. Y'all are proving to me every day that y'all don't give a damn about life. Okay, James, here's the point. That wasn't Daniel Penny's time to do what he did. That's the point of this. Y'all are excusing this man for taking out somebody that didn't bother him and didn't touch him. And he was a coward because he waited for him to pass him. If he really thought he was going to be a threat, you stand up to him face to face like a man. But y'all accept cowardice. And that's a problem. Which is why I made the analogy with Trump. Because if somebody did something to Trump based on his 34 felony, misdemeanor felonies, y'all be out there screaming bloody murder. Okay, James, you're still missing you're missing the point. If you're going to do something based on somebody's behavior, what's the line? Tell me what the line is. While you're on your lunch break, tell me what the line is. Where's the minimum? Tell me. What's the minimum that I could take somebody out? What would they have to do for me to be able to take them out and go home? Okay, sir. Again, nobody on that train knew that that man had all that. To everybody on that train car, he was just a homeless dude yelling. You pulled up. So y'all telling me Daniel Penny pulled up his dossier and said, nah, I got to take this motherfucker out. That's what y'all telling me. Oh, boy. Again, this is what I mean. Y'all come up in here, y'all see the stuff like that, and then y'all get the tough talking. And I know for a fact, most of y'all would never do what Daniel Penny did. None of you. Y'all put your heads down and put your music up. Because I've seen the toughest motherfuckers in New York do the same damn thing. The toughest niggas in New York would never mess with a homeless person. And I'm talking about gang members. Because we all know how crazy people fight. That man was a coward. They're praising cowardice. They are looking for the line where they can go. And your girl Brett said it. I don't know shit about combat, sir. You worried? Look, see what I tell you. He worried about battlefield, sir. What do you think New York City is? What do you think New York City is? You just proved my point. You're worried about a combat zone. That's called New York City, sir. I just explained that 15 minutes ago. Anything could happen while you're walking down them streets. Anything. No, that's not my only fantasy, sir. That's called an analogy. I get it. You're probably from small town. You don't know. You ain't living in a big city your whole life. I get it. Them situations sound foreign to you. When you start walking them cities by yourself, under 10, you come holler at me. When you got to be at school at 7:30 in the morning, you got to take public transportation with grown-ass adults. Come holler at me. Correct. Everything is situational, and that man read that situation wrong. He didn't assess it correctly. Because he sat there and said he thought he was going to do something when you had other witnesses say, yeah, he was yelling, throwing his jacket down, talking to all that stuff, but he ain't touched nobody. That's why I keep asking y'all, what's the line? Because according to y'all and people who think like you, I'm exploiting it. I'm exploiting it. Now I'm exploiting it. No, sir, this is called analysis. Maybe you don't understand what this means. This is how we figure out who's not smart. Because again, since I have to keep repeating it, since y'all don't want to listen and critically think, if you're going to excuse Daniel Penny for taking out somebody that had a criminal record that nobody knew about, Trump's criminal record is known. So you can't get upset if somebody tries something. But we saw how upset y'all got when somebody tried something. And y'all read the manifestos. And y'all saw the motivation. That's why I keep asking y'all, where is the line? Let us know. So then I don't have to exploit these situations. Because trust and believe, I didn't bring Trump up. He did. When he started excusing it, I said, well, let me see how he thinks, because he should have a problem with Trump. And as clockwork, he didn't have a problem with it. He made an excuse for it. He didn't like that criminal, but that criminal's okay. Doing that to that criminal is wrong. A double standard is not a standard. No, I didn't admit you were right. I admitted you're dumb. And you're a hypocrite. That's what I admitted. I thought you had some sense. You got no sense. And if you think that stopped at Jordan Neely, you're crazy, because right now there's somebody on the train right now in New York City at 10 o'clock in the morning yelling and screaming and probably smoking crack. And nobody's doing a fucking thing about it. Where's the Daniel Page that y'all said was about to come back outside? Well, James, I'm smarter than you. Because remember, you said it. I like this channel. So apparently I'm here. Apparently you're still listening because I'm smart. But since you think I'm dumb, you should just leave. Go back to your dry ass sandwich and go do something else. I'm sure there's other channels out there that will agree with your IQ level. And most of them don't have commentary. They just play video games. So you figure out that. But anyway, let me show y'all about James. I would stop talking because you're proving my point. I don't care who it is. They're proving my point. We're allowing people, they're excusing people dying, but they supposedly have all this compassion for life. But then they the first ones upset that people were laughing when Trump got hit in the air. But y'all know what to do. I want to show you how much they love Brett Cooper, family. So this is Reddit. Now, this is a subreddit dedicated to conversation about Brett Cooper, 12,000 people. And all they're doing in here is either loving on this girl because she's cute, or they're bombing on the new chick. And they go Candace being messy. Now, according to what I read, her and Candace are cool. And look, all they're doing is going in on how cute she is. Nobody's saying how base she is. I want y'all to understand. This is her sub. Listen, she doesn't run it, but this is a subreddit dedicated to her, and all they worry about is her looks and bombing on this other chick. Oh my God. This is the funniest thing I've ever seen. Then we have this video. Now, this is that dude Destiny, whatever. But somebody put this clip up. Shit.
Kamala, but her team pressed on. They have been undeterred. Next, they reached out to another streamer, Ronaldo from FaZe, and that also did not turn out the way that they hoped.
Yo, Camila Harris, stop hitting my team, you and the Secret Service, to do a stream. I am not doing a stream with any politicians, bro.
Not having it. And it's not even that they just don't want to talk to Kamala.
I'm not an OF creator.
They don't want to be involved. Who can blame them?
How can this girl be a credible news source? This is what I'm talking about when I say stop believing everything you see online. 4.2 million subs. How are people so gullible?
Now, what he's reacting is he made a joke because this was after Kamala Harris tried to go on Kai Cenat's stream. And he said, I don't talk to politicians. That ain't something I'm into. Which as y'all heard, I gave that man credit for that. I was like, stay out of this. So all this creator did was imitate that. And she thought that Kamala Harris really reached out to him. And she took that as news. That was newsworthy. Oh boy. I swear to Christ. We're in trouble, fam. This is the people. They're family. I want y'all to understand this. We got grown-ass people, right? In their 30s and 40s listening to people that are barely out of college, but they're the same ones that say people in college are not smart. How are you? Honestly, I want you MAGA idiots to really, really, really don't say nothing. I just want y'all to let this process in your brains. You're listening. You're in your 30s and 40s. You're listening to people like Brett Cooper, Amala Ekpanobi, Amir Odom, who are under 30. For news and hard-hitting analysis that they got from you and other sources that have been proven to get it wrong. By the way, family, I bet you probably figured this out, but the Daily Wire set Brett Cooper up with this beautiful looking studio that they paid for. It's not in her house, to look like a gamer chick. Haven't y'all figured out yet that these people that I mentioned, plus others, don't always do live streams? How many times do I have to tell y'all this? Brett Cooper does a structured live stream. Well, she did. Amir Odom don't go live. Amala Ekpanobi, nobody cares about her live streams. Nobody quotes it and says she said something great on there. Every time Tatum does a live stream, it goes off the rails. And y'all still haven't figured out this yet. You still haven't figured this out, that these conservatives don't know what the hell they're talking about. And it's always funny that it's always a certain sector of the conservative movement that platforms them, but they're not lauded as these great bastions by the whole, even though they sound like them. But okay, that's fine. That's her. But then we get to Tim Pool, family. Now, as I said, it's alleged that he is out here giving up the castle to the Daily Wire because that tenant media bag That tenant media bag is gone. So he had to get the bag from somewhere else. Remember, he said that he has to start scaling back. It's getting too much. Sir, the work is not too much. It's you don't have the money. So they're saying that he sold out to Daily Wire because he's been, as we told you, the past 2 years shilling for Israel. Which I don't see what the game is, but do your thing. I want you to listen to what he says about Israel.
You have.
No,
right.
I
So
haven't.
No,
stop.
that's not the
You have.
Undertaker.
No,
right.
I
So
haven't.
no. Stop. You don't know anything about these January 6 cases. You don't know why these people are in jail. You don't know that a man is in Brooklyn right now for 3 years without charge or trial. And when Donald Trump says these people have been held for too long, you say, no, Trump is wrong. Keep them locked up. That's fucking fascist.
Sir, is it really fascist? Tim Pool, let me help you because, again, this goes in correlation with what I said with them two idiots earlier. You have a problem with what happened with the January 6 people. Nobody's saying you're not supposed to have a problem with it. But then you can't come on here and then start bringing up BLM and others doing exactly the same thing and saying that they need to go to jail. Again, if you have a problem with the system, you fix the system, right? That's what it means to be an American. But y'all don't want to fix the system. You want to elect people that tell you they're going to fix the system, and then the second they get a little bit of power, they show you who they really are. But y'all were cool with that because you wanted the access. But then you got mad at the other side for doing what they did because they wanted the access. Interesting.
Dude, you've been sitting here with no knowledge of the specifics of some of these cases. There is a man in Brooklyn right now. I'm going to say it again. No charges whatsoever brought. He's been in jail for 3 fucking years. For you to sit there and say it is
great. And there are people sitting in jail right now that didn't do nothing for over 3 decades. But y'all don't want to talk about them. By the way, family, did you know that Missouri governor, the one that didn't let Marcus Williams off, he commuted the sentence of a Kansas City police officer who lynched a black man? Gave him a pardon. Isn't that wonderful? He couldn't commute a death sentence for a man to go explore his last option. Took away the committee that were responsible for writing the report that might have said, we found new evidence. But you let off a cop who deleted a black man. But then you get pissed when I talk about white supremacy. All right. Thank you so much.
It is good that he remains locked up is fascism. That is saying the hierarchical system of the courts and the government is just, and the process is all that matters. And I am saying perhaps 3 years is enough because I actually have moral logic and an understanding of these cases. Hence, my position on January 6th has always been the people who have attacked police must go to prison. But 3 years is a fucking long time for assault on an officer. We have seen people on the far left.
I thought it was back to blue, sir. Aren't they doing what they said? We're back in the blue. I love how they say back to blue, but they get mad at the blue for doing what the blue gonna do. That you backed. That's right, win, lose a rug. You want people that assault cops to go to jail, but 3 years is too long. But I bet never mind. Because they said I was gonna make it about race. Well, we was all thinking it because we black. Continue.
Notably, when they were firebombing shit all across Minnesota, 33 people murdered. And how many criminal charges did we get for this? When they firebombed a police station and forced the police to evacuate.
First off, Tim, now you're telling lies. That was a white guy that did that. But let y'all tell it. Maybe he'll bring it up. I stopped him too quick. Maybe he'll bring it up.
On May 29th, 2020, when thousands of far leftists firebombed the White House grounds and set fire to St. John's Church and injured 100 police officers, how
do you know they were far leftists, though? How do you know that? I guess we're going to forget about all the right wingers that were outside during the Summer of Love, right? Everybody that was right leaning stayed in the house. You're right. It was just the liberals, right?
Fucking people went to prison for 3 years. How many of them who never showed up on that day are in prison for 20 years? Enrique Tarrio wasn't even in DC on January 6th. And you are saying that man who his only crime was, quote, don't leave. That's his only crime. You think he should be in prison for 20 years because.
Okay. Sir, let me help you, Tim Pool, because maybe you don't know how this works. Yes, the leader is going to get the most time because they ran the organization. Enrique Tarrio told people to go there. He didn't have to physically be there. Not every general of the army is on the battlefield, but they're going to take the hit if something goes left. They're going to have to answer to somebody bigger than them. Enrique Tarrio was the leader of a far-right movement. They were looking at him. He's even been on videos and live streams saying that he's been targeted by the government. Why in the hell would you put your soldiers in harm's way like that, knowing that's going to come back on you? Remember, these were the same folk, and I ain't caping for BLM, but these are the same folk who said that Patrice Cullors and Garza and them, they need to go do charges and go do some time for taking all that money. Right? But did you ever, I want you, family, I really want y'all to hear me when I ask you this. Have you ever heard them say that them folk who sent people out on them crash out missions, the riots and all that, have you ever once heard them say that Cullors, Garza, and them need to be charged for those? You need to rewrite this. I don't know what you're talking about. If you're talking about the Daniel Penny case, they ruled based on the information given them. Did you see we're mad at the verdict, but we're not mad at who put it through. You can go look at our commentaries. There's not one video of any of us in this sector that said, screw those jurors. So I don't know what this means. We got upset at the system because once the manslaughter charge was deadlocked, we knew that he was going to get off on the homicide charge. I was the only one probably here that said, let's hope that maybe they'll get him on this. And they didn't. Okay. I'm highlighting the fact that all these conservatives act like they cared about Daniel Penny when all of them admitted they didn't keep up with this case. But there you go. Hopefully that answered it for you.
Because you're a fascist. You don't care what the facts are. You don't care if this is unjust. You only care that the machine state has decreed you are not to be locked up. And this is the problem I have with the left. They don't know the facts. They don't care about the facts. They view morality as a blanket government stroke of the pen.
Wait a minute. Tim Pool, say that again. You hypocrite, you. Say that again.
State has decreed you are not to be locked up. And this is the problem I have with the left. They don't know the facts. They don't care about the facts. They view more.
Sir, okay, you're a right winger. But when this happens, sir, you heard the chants of lock her up at Trump rallies, referring to Hillary Clinton. Because y'all claim she did crimes, right? You got the Benghazi emails and all that. Then you had the nerve to right now just talk about morality through a stroke of a pen. But you were literally on your live streams and your videos praising Elon Musk and Vivek for starting Doge and getting rid of all the pork in these bills. You think Trump's going to come in there one day? You get pissed off at Biden for putting out executive orders, but then you're going to praise Trump for putting out executive orders because you think it's right. Rules for thee. Rules for me, not for thee, right? Got it. Oh, no, look, Wallow J, the passion is from the money. Yes. Yes, Moose. Yes, we all said they were stupid. And we all proved it. I'll prove it again. Nobody on that train knew who Jordan Neely was. He got deleted, correct? Okay. You then cannot get mad if somebody does something to Trump. People know who he is. And you know the strong feelings that man invokes in this country and around the world. Remember, somebody took him out because they didn't like him. I keep asking y'all, what's the line? Let us know. We're Americans. We're supposed to come together, right? Let us know what the line is. How far, what is the bare minimum I can do to take somebody out and not go to jail? Tell me. Because it's obviously not somebody throwing down their coat and yelling how they're hungry and they'll go back to Rikers by killing everybody on the train. Because I had some fool come up in here try to tell me that that's not the same. I'm like, dude, one person deleted somebody from behind. One person tried to delete somebody from 500 yards away. What's the difference? They didn't like them. Somebody put them both. Somebody put that second one on a crash out mission, knowing they weren't going to come back from that. Where is the line? They're only justifying the deletion of Jordan Neely because he had 42 arrests. That's the only reason why they're doing it. So I asked them point blank, if we're going to do that, then you can't get upset if somebody's going to take out Trump because of the 34. Regardless if it's a misdemeanor or a felony, you can't get mad at them. You got to say that's how the society is now. We got to accept it. Nobody accepted it, though. They got upset. This is why I don't like talking to them folk. Or I don't like to engage with them folk, but I understand that they're going to slip up and their true feelings going to come out. They didn't like that man because he was black. I would rather they just say that. He trying to tell me I wouldn't matter if it was any type of criminal. No, you wouldn't. Because the questions come up before and people try to skirt around it. Yes, what's the line? Tell me what the line is. Because we all know if that was a black Marine that did that to that white guy, they'd be asking for the white guy. He said he did too much. He was in the Marine. He was trained. He did too much. You know that. Even if it was an Asian person that did that to a white person, y'all would have said that Asian that Asian Marine knew the line. He was trained. He did too much. I'm asking you what the line is. Because again, it's not somebody yelling that they're hungry and they're willing to go back to right. It's not the line. What's the line?
Morality is a blanket government stroke of the pen, and every person, regardless of their crime, should be in prison for decades. I reject it outright. The people who fought cops should go to prison. They did. It's been 3 years. But when you've got people who are on misdemeanor charges for having walked in,
yet y'all praise motherfuckers who cuss them cops out, be pushing on them cops, because we've seen videos of yo folk. Well, you have. But that side, we seen pictures of them put hands on cops and they don't go to jail. They be cussing them cops. They don't go to jail. We don't move fast enough. We go to jail. We try to exercise our rights. We go to jail. And y'all want to talk about how the system's bad.
into a building at 4 p.m. after the riot, and I know some of these people, they walked into a building for 2 minutes and walked out, and they got 18 months for that. I don't see you defending the innocent.
Who deleted your comment? Nobody deletes your comment, sir. Nobody's deleting your comments. I see all your comments. Jesus.
Innocent people who walked onto a public grass and a public building after a riot have been completed. You don't know, you don't care. You've taken a tribal position and people are suffering because of it. Now you say that Donald Trump saying the injustice that we've seen warrants commutation or pardons. You say that means he's advocating for violence. This is the ultimate problem. Then you cite a press release from Maryland saying, but the right's more violent. There is a distinction between a white supremacist as a right-wing group and a run-of-the-mill Christian conservative who...
Wrong. He's already wrong. Sir, a white supremacist doesn't have to be white or the right. I don't even understand how he's still missing. He's been around on YouTube since what, 2016? He still don't know what a white supremacist is? Sir, you worked in media. You don't know what a white supremacist is? A white supremacist could be a white liberal, white moderate, or a white conservative. The fuck? He'd be the first one to play that Malcolm X clip talking about how white liberals are the most dangerous people in the country. That's a white supremacist. Oh my God. Y'all say the left are fascists, right? That's the white supremacists. White liberals think they're better than everybody. White moderates think they're better than everybody. White conservatives damn sure feel like they're better than everybody. But the difference with them white conservatives is they'll tell you everybody an American. What are you, sir? What are you? You about to get blocked because now you're not. Now you're being a fool. What are you talking about, sir? Whatever you type in this live chat, it shows up. I'm not deleting your comments. And nobody in here is deleting your comments. The comment section is going slow. I don't have that many people in here. So knock it off. Maybe you're writing dumb shit in there that the YouTube bot is flagging as dumb. I'm not deleting your comments, sir. Thank you so much. What is this? What copyright? I fucking took it out. Bruh, I just went to my studio and they said I got a copyright strike. I literally took it out of the video. What the fuck? I literally took it out. Sir, I just told you. If we're going to delete somebody for yelling on a train and y'all are cool with it, then that's not the line. What is the minimum? What's the minimum? Because y'all be getting pissed off with somebody. That's not the line, sir. That's obviously not the line. I want the line where nobody says nothing. What's the line? Because this is the way they're working it. And I don't think you understand this. This is what they're trying to work. Since you want the spotlight, what's the line? They're excusing somebody getting deleted over words. He said the jury agreed with him. How did the jury agree with them if they were deadlocked? How did they agree with him? He can't even spell huge. I'm supposed to take him serious. What? Yelling and telling people, oh Lord. Oh Lord. Yelling and telling people you're going to delete them are two different things. Again, Moose, that's not the line because people still had a problem with it. When somebody tells you what the line is, the line means something that everybody will accept. Maybe you don't know what's the line means. Fine, I'll spell it out for you. Again, what is the line where we can delete somebody and nobody has a problem with it? Because I said this about 4 times in this stream. And not now one of y'all can tell me because you know that's an effed up line. Wrong. Wrong. You don't even know what I'm so glad I'm going to be doing that free speech, that Constitution stuff next month. I'm so glad because y'all really don't know. Because you hear people threaten us all the time and nobody gets arrested for saying that. But okay. But okay. Sir, then if that was the case, then every time you get into an argument, say, I'm going to beat the shit out of you. The cops should already be there, right? You should have said, fine. De-escalate the situation. You should have called the cops that somebody was going to beat the F out of me. What do you think 911 going to say? Is that person still there? No, then there's no crime. No, you're dumb. You don't even know what the First Amendment protects. But you're right. Let me guess. Somebody told you that, right? The court interpreted that, right? That's what you're going to tell us. Okay, dude. But this is them, family. I knew this. You know what's funny? I knew this video was gonna incite these fools. I knew it. I knew it. Correct, sir. The court interprets law, right? They interpret it. Do they follow it? Sir, I gave you arguments. You can't answer them. But we're going to play the game. Does the court follow the law or do they interpret the law? Because if you're going to tell me they follow the law, you might as well just leave because you don't know how this country works. Because nobody in their right mind, living as long as you live in America, would sit up there and really think that America follows the laws that it has on the books. Because if that was the case, your boy Kyle Rittenhouse would be sitting in jail right now. See, he can't. Fine. I'm so dumb. Why don't you come up here? Since I'm so dumb, come here. Because I talk English better than you. But God, come on, let me guess. Because I already know the answer. All right, I just told YouTube that I got rid of it. So I don't know what's gonna happen. Sir, how did they come to a conclusion based on the tenet of the law, sir? How? You know, I can tell you didn't even watch the case. They kept asking the judge for instructions. So how was it the tenet of the law, sir? I told you what the line was. Again, you're not listening. I literally said this 10 minutes ago, but you wanted to argue. But okay, I'll say it again. Then I should just be able to delete somebody for looking at me wrong. Because again, my words, it shouldn't be a problem. Because there's going to be people that are going to support me. So I guess the line is I look at you wrong. Okay, then you looked at that person wrong. The right and the left and the middle should have no problem with me being deleted, right? Literally said this 10 minutes ago. Everybody want to come up in the comment thread and be right. Then when they get called to the carpet, now all of a sudden, I don't know English. I can't read. All right. Correct. They interpret the law. They don't follow it. So there's your answer, sir. There's your answer. Because if they followed the law, Daniel Penny would be in jail for assault at the minimum. because maybe you don't know this, but what he did, he planned that. Sir, you keep talking about echo chambers. Everybody has an echo chamber. But fine, you're right. They equated that man to the Punisher, but you're right. You're right. They're telling you. They're telling you that. Oh, he kills criminals. Okay, that's cool. We're still not gonna resign to the fact that he is deleting people. Okay. No, sir. No. No. That's not a threat, sir, because he had the gun. Y'all don't understand. Kyle Rittenhouse brought the gun with him. Yes or no? Did he bring the gun with him? Why did he bring the gun with him if he was going to go there just to render aid and help the cops? Why did he bring the gun? Sir, nobody's arguing that he got acquitted. We're arguing that the fact that they changed how you can delete somebody in this country and the right doesn't even realize what they are celebrating. That's not even the theme. This is what you see. Who would you get this from? Who did you get this from? No, Jeff, I brought up Rittenhouse to explain that if you're going to tell me that the United States follows the law, then he should be in jail. He told me that they interpret the law. Correct. So if you follow the law, again, Daniel Penny should be in jail. Now, you keep saying that the theme is to persecute those who protect themselves and others. Yet we have fight videos all over the internet where we praise the people knocking out somebody that got into their space. We're getting at Daniel Penny because he was a coward. If he thought that that Jordan Neely was a threat, he should have gotten in his face. He should have been the line between the public and those people and Jordan Neely. He wasn't. He waited till that man passed him and he put him in a chokehold. There was no scuffle before that. None of that. That's what we're pissed off about. Because if it was anybody else, y'all would have been saying, lock that person up. That was not a case to defend yourself. And the fact that you still think that, this is, boy. Okay, threat. Again, a threat. We don't know if he was going to carry the threat out. That's the point. Sir, that's a freedom of expression, correct? Anybody can interpret somebody looking at them wrong like they're going to do harm to them, right? That would be considered a threat, right? That's a nonverbal threat. That's why I asked y'all what the line is. So we're going to delete people for nonverbal threats. But I've seen y'all get pissed off at somebody for looking at somebody wrong. And them getting ceremoniously beat up or deleted. We've seen it. You don't understand what you're doing. You can play case by case, but on this, again, even conservatives were pissed off at what he did because they know how it looks. But the rest of y'all, nah, y'all ran out there, y'all praised that man. Oh, Jesus. Okay, let me ask you this then. Then if there was the threats of violence, why didn't he push the button in the car to get police? Why didn't he do that? How did Jordan Neely plan it, sir? So he planned to go on that train and do what he did. That's what you're saying. And on that note, family, I hope you understand who we're dealing with out here. He planned that. He planned that. Cool. Then Daniel Payne planned to kill that boy. Just like the Wisconsin shooter planned on that. Just like the dude in Germany who ran through that Christmas festival. Jordan Neely showing up on a train yelling, he planned that. Again, y'all are playing with the rules again. See? Nah, hey, Tori, he gonna wait till his favorite conservative pundit gives him the story. Sir, no. See, there you go again. You don't know nothing. Sir, the gun was not legal. It wasn't legal for him to have that gun. He took that gun across state lines. That wasn't his. Jesus Christ. It wasn't even his gun. Okay, you took your buddy's gun, right? And you used it. Who getting charged? Since you don't know. Oh my God. I don't have the authority to ask. Sir, I carry. What are you talking about? I have license to carry, sir. What do you mean? I saw what you did, Brother Torian. I have a license to carry, sir. Yes, I have. I'm allowed to ask. You take your buddy's gun and you shoot it. Guess what? Both of you getting in trouble. But you getting in trouble worse because you shot it. That wasn't his gun. That was his buddy's gun. And he took it across state lines. His buddy's gun was issued in Illinois. Okay. Wait a minute. Hold it. Let me ask you this then. Does Wisconsin have stand your ground laws? Let me go look. They might. They might. Let me see. You might be right. Okay, they have castle doctrine. Wisconsin does not have a stand your ground law. He should have left. You watch the entire, there you go. And that's my problem, sir. You literally just outlined my problem. You're going by what the interpretation of the law is, not the law. And on that note, family, that's how you debate somebody. No. Again, I cannot wait till next month to do that program. Them programs. I can't wait because a lot of y'all get these constitutional rights wrong. Y'all interpret it based on what somebody else says. You don't read it for yourself. That's why they enact stand your ground and castle doctrine. Because they understand how people are going to view things and they have to try to give you some type of protection. That's why they tell you when you have castle doctrine, you can't shoot somebody in the back as they're leaving because they view that as the threat being over. Kyle Rittenhouse had an AR, correct? It was not like he was surrounded. And he had no means of escape. He wanted to shoot them people. Because if you remember, there's videotape. That boy knew where them cops were. Okay, again, sir, you're assuming he was going to do something. You're assuming it. And again, if he got hit in the head with the skateboard, which we all saw, we all laughed, actually. That was kind of funny. He should have left. He stayed to engage. But you shouldn't talk anymore, Moose, because you just told me you only watched the trial. You didn't look into something else. Sir. Oh, my God. No, sir, I took other martial arts, but I also know that me taking other martial arts, yeah, I have a leg up on most people. Yes. Just like when I get my piece, I'm going to have a leg up on most folks. That's why you assess the situation. This is why you don't see boxers and MMA people getting into fights all the time. Because if they do something to them folk, they go into jail. No, I'm not mad that they wouldn't fist fight the dude. I'm mad at the fact. I literally said that 10 minutes ago again. They not listening. I said if he thought he was a threat, he should have seen him face to face. He should have been the defense between everybody on the train. He waited till that man passed him. That's coward. And there it is. There you go. Thank you. You keep talking, you keep digging your own hole. It doesn't matter. Oh, so because the law says it doesn't matter about the threat, we should just do something. And then let me ask you this, then why are people still getting arrested? Again, that's not what the First Amendment says. That's not what it says. Oh God, that's interpreted. Who brought up the female? Nobody brought up the female. I didn't even bring up the female. Who brought up the female? You see what I'm talking about? That's what I'm talking about. Wait, Dark Titan, why'd you bring up the female? We're not even talking about the female. Oh my God. Sir, I'm doing a whole series on the Constitution next month. You can come learn something. Y'all can do whatever you want. Y'all can activate the gulag already been activated. Y'all do what you want. Just let me know when you do it. This fool said you can't throw out. Never mind. Oh my God. They really don't get it. They really don't fucking get it.
Smoke wins. Flawless victory. Fatality.
Oh my God. Jiu-jitsu, small circle jiu-jitsu. Is he serious right now? And I've seen folks, guess what? And I've seen folks use Krav Maga and get their ass kicked. My God. See, they all got excuses. They all got excuses. But again, if it was reversed, they'd still be talking about how, look how they did Michael Bird family. And he followed the law. Family, I'm going to say that again. Y'all mad that we over here saying that they did not follow the law correctly with this Daniel Payne situation because he should be in jail because he took a life. But y'all pissed off and saying that Michael Bird need to be in jail for taking out Ashley Babbitt. Are you insane? But y'all want to tell me they interpreted the law. Cool. Then guess what? The federal people interpreted the law correctly, and Michael Bird got to be free and got a promotion. You see how up that sounds to you? And that's the Fed. We talk about city charges. Y'all were the same ones complaining that everybody in New York City be getting off on assault and all this, but y'all praising that man got off for deleting somebody or setting up the situation to get that man deleted. And y'all don't get this. I'm trying to tell you that the law is messed up and we need to have a standard. The standard is wrong when it goes against you, but the standard is right when you agree with it. That doesn't make sense. It should be unilateral. I'm not going to praise somebody for doing something stupid and they don't get bail. I'm not going to do that. But I'm also not going to sit up here and agree with y'all that somebody should have been deleted because they had some charges. That's dumb. But again, they love doing this. And y'all can tell them. When I talked about that Daniel Payne situation, I barely brought up race into it. I looked at the law. I got lawyers that are friends of mine. And they all had the same consensus. Daniel Payne should be doing at least criminal negligent homicide. He should at least got on that. But let y'all tell me. Y'all know everything. Y'all know everything, but you're telling me that the First Amendment don't protect you making threats. Are you dumb? Again, if that was the case, then mostly everybody on YouTube would be gone. They'd be in jail right now. But they swear they smart, family. This is them. They swear they smart. But there you go. There you go. This was a fun live. This was fun. I appreciate y'all coming in. Oh, by the way, before we leave, I just want to show you this real fast. Now, F Alive is a Schaefer, but this is what happened with Brett Cooper after she left the Daily Wire and that channel. And look how many views then fell off. That's crazy. They down to 4.25 million from 4.52. So they lost 250,000 subscribers. Tell you about that, Griff. Tell you about that, Griff. But, you know. But what have we learned today, family? That Daily Wire is a piece of trash. They don't like women. Their public breakups are always women. And these fools really don't know how the law works. But, okay. When we do that section of commentary about these amendments, I'm going to prove how threats are protected under First Amendment. Because remember, let me help y'all for those who don't know. You patriots. You telling me that threats of violence and bodily harm aren't protected on the First Amendment, but burning the flag and or desecrating it is still protected under First Amendment. Which is why your boy Trump is out there trying to make a law saying that if you do that, you got to spend a year in jail. But y'all won't ask them questions because you're winning. But anyway, family, I'm going to get up out of here. This was a great conversation. Hopefully you learned something. If you did, I done my job. If not, I try to be better next time. And I do apologize for engaging with them trolls as long as I did. But, you know, we got to educate them because they swear up and down they know what they're talking about and they don't. Fake treats. Well, Miss Niecy, fake treats don't sound as, it doesn't sound. It sounds French. Fake treats. You fake treats. Yeah, it sounds French. I don't like it. It don't roll off the tongue. But we'll figure out a name for them. But anyway, family, enjoy the rest of your Saturday. I'm sure there's things you can do. We're almost at Christmas. I'm sure there's things you could do. But anyway, now they drinking on that Jim Jones. They drinking on that Jim Jones, boy. But anyway, I'll see y'all around. Definitely gonna see Monday. Monday is gonna be a fun show. And then I have 3 days off, so we might have a lot of live streams. And the Sambo Lorien Awards are coming soon. They're coming soon. So anyway, y'all, take care, stay safe, and you know what to do when the agents of chaos come to mess up your existence.
Wait around. Yep. Start, yeet, and get out.
Time's up. But did we have a good time here? Hello?
At the end of the day gotta end.
Get your money up, not your funny up. Big fucking move.
That's it.